Hello, 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 divas. It is Coach Twy here with Fit, Fine, and Fabulous. I am hoping that you guys are all here and ready to get things started on tonight. If you are here, please say hi. Please say hello in the chat. I see Miss Francine Tolan is here. Glenda Jolly is here. Beverly Bishop is here. Janice Davis is here. We have some sisters in the house. Please make sure that you let your partner know, if you have a partner, that we are live and direct. I have a partner tonight. My partner are my glasses. The glasses are huge and big tonight. Hey, Leah Ashton, I'm so happy to see you guys here. We have a free 30-minute training tonight, all about crushing your sugar cravings. And that's what we're going to be focused on tonight. Let me see. I got a little light shining on my glasses and all the things. Hello there, everyone. If you're ready to get started, type ready in the chat, because I am absolutely ready to get started. And it is time for us to share our screen. I think no, I cannot lose these glasses. This is my second pair. Kim Tate is in the house. What's up, Kimmy Kim? Leah, it says she is ready to go. Who else is ready? Type ready in the chat, because I'm excited about tonight. We're going to be talking about crushing cravings. And I wonder how many ladies return with us tonight who were here on last night. If you are a second time offender, this is day 2 for you. Go ahead and type the number of days that you have attended so far. Go ahead and type day 1, day 2. If you have attended on day 1 and day 2, even if you watched the recording, I want to know if you saw yesterday's live. I want to know if you were here on yesterday, and if you plan on going for the long haul. That's the big deal, right? So I see a lot of ladies who were here on day 1 and day 2. I see Janice was here. I see Cheryl was here. I see Trina was here. Hey, Trina Goss Davis, my girl, is in the house tonight again. So, ladies, I am ready to share my screen. I know on yesterday, YouTube had a little issue with me sharing my screen, so I'm going to try that again tonight. Sharing my screen here. Here we go. Here we go. Let me know in the chat. Diane was here for both days. Francine was here. Problems or any issues? Type screen in the chat. Hopefully everything looks good on your end. Looking for someone to type screen. All right. I think what ends up happening is when I go live, YouTube just doesn't like me sharing my screen. But hopefully you can still hear me. If you can still hear me, just type a yes in the chat. If you can still hear me, let me know. Hopefully you were able to see my screen and hear my voice. That is what's most important, right? All right. Diane says it's good now. Yes, it takes a little moment, it seems, on YouTube to get used to me sharing my screen. But we are ready. Thank you, Glenda. Thank you, Beverly Bishop. Thank you, Leah. I'm excited that we're here and you can hear me and you can see the screen. That is what's most in. All right. Tonight we're going to be covering why you can't stop your sugar cravings and how to. All right. How many of you have sugar cravings? Type me in the chat. How many of you are struggling with the sugar cravings and can't break them, can't get out of them? They got you with a chokehold. Type me in the chat if that's you. Hello, Jennifer Davis. Hello, Diane Richard. Hey, ladies, what's going on? If you're in a cycle with the sugar, go ahead and type me, because it's an issue for many of us. And tonight we're going to talk about why you can't stop craving sugar and how to break that cycle. Remember, I want you to pay attention. Turn off your phones. I need your undivided attention. I'm a selfish kind of presenter. I want your all eyes on me. Don't do the double duty and try to do something else. Turn off the TV, turn off the other tabs, and in on what we're talking tonight, because we're going to be talking about how is it that we can stop these sugar cravings. Okay. For those of you who are new, my name is Nicole Coach Twyman. I'm the owner and founder of Fit, Fine, and Fabulous. We've been doing this for 12 years. We are not new to this. We are true to this. And remember, like this video, enjoying this content, enjoying what we're talking about, take a moment right now, like this video, subscribe to our channel. We're going to have more motivation coming your way. We are also going to be posting more videos and all the things. And I don't want you to miss our notifications. So please like this video and also subscribe. Be going live every night. Now, I like to start my trainings with the verse. If you are ready for the verse of the day, type Bible in the chat. If you are ready for the verse of the day, we're going to start our discussions about how to break up with sugar. But first, we want to type Bible in the chat. We want to first talk about the verse. Today's verse is commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Amen. Proverbs 16:3 is what we should have printed and just what plastered on our mirrors, plastered on our walls, because we are committing our sugar habits to the Lord. Whatever you do, and he's going to establish it. Right, whatever we do, whether it's committing our sugar habits, whether it's committing our workout habits, our healthy habits, whatever we're doing, committed to the Lord, and he is going to establish that. That's the goal. So let us remember, when things get weary, when things get hard, Proverbs 16:3 is what we are focused on. And I'm going to start off tonight with a prayer. Is that okay with you? Go ahead and type prayer in the chat. I see some ladies who type Bible. Thank you, Michelle Williams, Carol Mayberry, Jennifer Davis, Cynthia Coleman, Diane Richardson. Thank y'all so much for typing Bible. But if you are okay with me starting off with the prayer before we get all the way in, go ahead and type prayer in the chat. Thank you, Diane. Diane said it was okay, so I'm going to go. Right? So, dear Heavenly Father, as we delve deeper into breaking up with sugar as a sisterhood and learning the importance of setting smart goals, we commit our efforts to you, all of them, every goal, every action, every desire. We commit them all to you. We thank you for the promise that you will establish our plans, oh God. Lord, guide us tonight as we craft smart goals that will lead us to a healthier, sugar-free life, strengthen our resolve, and inspire us to take action, not just for us to be hearers, Lord. We want to be doers, right? So we want to take action, knowing that we are partnering with you on this journey and that we are not alone in this thing. We thank you for your wonder working power that is inside of us all. Help us to use that power to break this addiction for good. Now, all the divas who heard the sound of my voice and believe in this prayer, you're going to type amen in the chat. So we believe it. It is not just by our might, but it's by his. All that is our prayer for us tonight. Now, I want to welcome you again to the 10-day sugar detox. This is day 2. And I want to remind you that when we get really into this thing, we are losing 13 pounds and 9.8 inches in 5 days. Be ye reminded for a transformation. And I am hoping that you are here for a transformation as well. We are losing weight, feeling better about getting more energy and all the things. So I want you to see here, we've been doing this a while, right? So last year we had Thomasina who lost 9 pounds in her first 5 days. She said, I feel exceptionally well about my result. At the end of this challenge, ladies, you're going to feel more organized. She said it impacts her ability to plan healthy meals and incorporate daily movement and incorporate daily exercise. That is what I'm hoping for all of you. 9 pounds. And listen, she is not you before that this is not an anomaly, right? Cheryl in 2022 lost 9 pounds in 5 days. This is directly from our group, right? And guess what? Cheryl had food allergies. She had straight food allergies and still lost 9 pounds and 9 inches because we give you great options. My girl April Gray earlier this year lost 7.5 pounds and 5 inches in her first 5 days. And this is hoping for you as well. So today's quote of the day is healing out loud because I nearly in silence, right? How many of you are tired of just allowing sugar to take over your life in silence? Go ahead and type me in the chat if that's you. How about you are ready to heal out loud? How many of you are ready to heal out loud? Type me in the chat because we are healing out loud in this challenge because we're about to die if we don't. Right? This is not just about, oh, I shouldn't be eating cake. Oh, I shouldn't be. We're ladies of a particular age. We are 40 and over, honey. So we need to be able to focus on our health or we just won't be here anymore. Correct? So we need to be able to heal out loud because we are silence of it all. How about also for those of you who are hope I could do this. Oh, I hope I can accomplish this. I need you to switch up that mindset even before we get started. I need you to switch it up to thinking from I hope I can So I am going to make this happen. How many of you are moving from the hope to the I'm going to? Type I'm going to in the chat if that's you, because we are switching up these mindsets and we are not going to sit here and move in the spirit of mediocrity and in the spirit of, oh, I hope I can do it. No, we are moving in power. We are moving with energy. We are saying, I am going to make this happen. We're going to speak those things as though they are, right? So we are not going to walk in meekness. No, not in this way. We are going to, Cynthia Coleman said, we are going to, DD said, we are going to, Archer said. It is a game changer when you switch from, I hope I could do this, I want to, and to I'm going to, I got to, this is what I'm made to do. I'm made to treat my body better. Leticia Anderson, I see that you are here with us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, one thing I want to we get all the way into it is grace-based weight loss. If you've been with Fit Fine and Fabulous long enough, you know about grace-based weight loss. How many of you know what that is? Type a 1 in the chat. If you do not know what grace-based weight loss is, type a 2 in the chat. If you know what I'm talking about, type a 1. If you have no idea what is grace-based weight loss, type a 2. That's right, Zena. Zena's like, I am going to. Letitia's like, I am going to. Oh, a lot of ladies don't know what it is. So let me help you out. Let me help you out, sister. So when we are talking about grace-based weight loss, Trina, we are talking about giving ourselves grace. We're talking about losing weight with grace. And what does it mean to give yourself grace? It means that if I am promising that I'm going to meal prep on Sunday and Wednesday, but I miss a day, or I start late, or I'm eating chocolate, or if I'm not doing as planned, that I'm going to give myself grace. The grace that I deserve in order for me to transition into something new. A lot of us are just black and white. We're just like, oh, I need to do this. And if we don't do it, we quit. How many of us are like that? Type me in the chat, right? Type me in the chat if you're like, oh, I wasn't able to accomplish what I was supposed to accomplish today. I didn't drink all my water. I didn't get all my sleep. I didn't eat all my meals. So I'm going to just start again Monday. You just throw the whole day away, the whole week away. If that's you, if you are not giving yourself grace. We have to survive by giving ourselves grace. Grace-based weight loss is what Fit, Fine, and Fabulous is about, Kim Tate. We give ourselves grace to make mistakes and start again, knowing that mistakes is a part of the journey, is not just something that derails us. You cannot get to success without failing. Failing is a part of it, and we know that. So we allow ourselves to have grace. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, go ahead and type true in the chat. If you have questions about it, let me know that in the chat too. But if you believe it like I believe it, type true. We are needing of, desiring of grace in our lives, and not just for our weight, for many things. For many things, we quit if we're not perfect. Perfection is a myth. You are not going to be perfect at this challenge, but you will continue. You will not, I can't promise you that you won't eat a Snicker, but you will continue. I can't promise you that the scale won't say what you wanted to say, but guess what? You had better continue. Why? Because we are giving ourselves grace. Grace beyond it all. Right? It's a principle, that's a mentality that you need. Before we talk about what to eat, before we talk about how to work out, before we talk about all of these things, you need to have the mindset of a woman who is losing weight. A mindset of a woman who is losing weight consistently is, I give myself grace. I forgive myself for my daily mistakes. Not that, oh, I made the mistake and I'm such a failure, I can never do this. No, we don't talk to ourselves that way. We build ourselves up and we allow for grace. Isn't that true? Kim Tate, isn't that true? Zena Reese, we need the grace, right? Grace. So I'm going to remind you how this challenge works. Ladies, we're going to show up every day. You're going to take these actions. We're going to have a supportive community. Make sure I made a post in our Facebook group if you would like a partner. Make sure that you are commenting on that post. I see some ladies have found their partners. Congratulations. If you still need a partner, head over to our Fit, Fine, and Fabulous Facebook group. Post on that, comment on that post. Right? Remember, we are expecting you to show up, participate, track your progress, and keep your minds open. Tonight, we're going to be talking about food. We're going to be talking about what we're eating, how to eat it, how much to eat, what time to eat, how to meal, all that stuff. It's a food conversation. How many of you are ready for meal plans? Type food in the chat. If you are ready for a meal conversation today in our free challenge here on YouTube, we're going to break up with sugar for the next 15 minutes. For the next 15. Okay. So if you are not a VIP, that you sign up to become a VIP so that you can get the meal plans, so that you can have a planning session to meet with me. Tonight, we are planning our meals. We are making our meal plans. We are not waiting to the weekend, even though it is Friday, right? We are not waiting till tomorrow. We are not waiting to Sunday. We're going to plan our meals tonight. We're going to go grocery shopping tomorrow. We're going to prep on Sunday. And we're choosing our own days and our own time, but we're going to break it up piece by piece, step by step. And tonight it starts with building your meal plan. So if you need a meal plan, if you need a grocery list, if you need a meal planner, if you need a workbook, if you need access to our app, if you need extra support, and if you need accountability, because you're not going to finish this thing without accountability, upgrade to VIP. Head on over to fffsugardetox.com/VIP40. And that is how you upgrade. All right. I'm ready for food too, Carol. Carol's like, I'm ready for food. Okay, we also know that the VIPs win free. I want to say that VIPs who have submitted their phrases of the night and who are qualifying for free prizes, I want to announce them tonight. Beverly Jackson, Daria Cross, Francine Toling, Linda, Janelle, Jennifer, Sabrina, Tracy, Varel, and Zena were all ladies who submitted their phrases of the day and their badge, and their phrases that they submitted were correct. You may have submitted your phrase, but was it correct? These ladies submitted it. It was correct. And they posted their badge. Congratulations. You have one entry into the drawing. We're going to do this every night so you have about 10 different chances to win. So every time you post, you get more entries. And then we're going to do a drawing at the end. And we're going to give prizes to the winners. Okay. So let's get into a question of the night. True or false, ladies? Maple air fried salmon is a great addition to a sugar detox. Is this true or false? Let me know what you think, what you're thinking in the chat. This is our pop sugar quiz of the night. Is this true or false? Maple air fried salmon is a great addition to a sugar detox meal plan. Is this true or is this false? Everybody saying true, true, true. Who else has a guess? Do we have anyone else? Let's see. The answer is, of course, it's true. Salmon is an excellent source of protein, ladies, and we're trying to up our protein intake so that we can increase our metabolism. And it's also a great source of healthy fats. The vegetables that are shown, like broccoli, bell peppers, avocados, just straight nutritious. The inclusion of maple syrup, it is sweet, but guess what? It is a natural sweetener, right? So it's cool as long measuring it, as long as you don't go too far, Leah, right? So maple syrup provides an excellent source of a natural sweetener, and it also includes its own antioxidants and benefits within it, right? 100% pure maple syrup. That's what we're using. If you do not have the one that have the extra ingredients, the only ingredient should be maple syrup, right? Maple syrup. All right, so that's what we're talking about tonight. So therefore, this dish is good. So for all of you who said true, patches, congratulations, you did it. Now let's talk about how we're gonna crush these cravings off the call tonight here in our free group, right? Here in our free group. So let's talk about it. Crushing sugar. Why sugar cravings happen? Sugar cravings happens because they trigger the release of dopamine. Y'all, we're going to learn about some hormones that you need to be aware of. When you consume sugar, when you consume cake, when you consume Coke, you're getting a dopamine hit, right? You're creating feelings of pleasure and reinforcing your cravings. So every time you consume something sweet, you're getting a hit from dopamine. We cannot outrun our hormones, right? So if every time you're eating sugar, you get a dopamine hit, your body, right? Why you were having sugar cravings? Because blood sugar spikes and then it crashes. So it ends up that sugary foods cause a spike in your blood sugar. You know that. But then it's followed by a crash. What makes your body wants sugar? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes or no in the chat? Yes or no? Do you understand that when you eat something sugary, you are really increasing your dopamine and your body's like, I want more dopamine because dopamine is dope. It really is to your body. It really is dope. But in addition to the dopamine, you are really spiking your blood sugar, but then it crashes. And then your body wants more sugar. So it wants more dopamine and it wants more sugar. This is why we are craving it. Does this make sense? It's not just oh, I can't get enough of chocolate cake. It's not really the chocolate cake. Your body is looking for more sugar and it's looking for more dopamine. Really the dopamine, right? Oh, I can't get rid of these cokes in my life. I need some more cokes, girl. That's a dopamine to how our bodies are responding. Also, stress increases cortisol. That's another hormone you need to be aware of that makes the body crave quick energy. Cortisol is what makes our bellies fat, right? That's come from stress. So we got the cortisol, we got the dopamine, and then we also have the sugar spikes and crashes that's causing us to crave. All of these things are working together, but you're only worried about why you can't stop the Snickers or why you can't stop the nighttime candy or the midday candy, or why can't I stop eating this particular cake? It's because your body at this point is going around you and looking for what you've been feeding it, right? So regardless of what you're thinking in your head, your body is like, hey, I need my sugar. It is hard to beat your body, sis. It is hard to beat your body. It is hard, especially when you are not aware of it. So one thing we need to do is recognize our triggers. So I'm going to ask some of you your triggers with me tonight. How many of you are triggered by your emotions? Type me in the chat. Are you reaching for sugar when you feel stressed? Do you need some cake? Do you need some chips? Do you need some bread when you feel stressed, when you feel sad, when you feel bored? Do you need that? Are you emotionally triggered? You need to identify your trigger in order to break up the habit. Are you emotionally triggered? Now, ladies who are in our VIP, remember, this is all in your workbook. So make sure that you are taking notes in your workbook, right? A lot of us are emotionally triggered when we are sad, when we are stressed, when we are lonely, when we are bored, when we are just drained, when we are tired, when we are sleepy. You need to know your triggers. Do you know your trigger? Some people are like, yes, I'm emotionally triggered, but do you know what the trigger specifically is? When are you triggered to eat sugar? Is it when you're tired, when you're sleepy? Janice says when she's sick, right? How are you feeling? You need to pause for the cause when you are feeling that way and acknowledge it and accept it and say, man, I really am doing this again. You got to pause. You got to slow down when you start reaching for it and stop going with the emotion and recognize it. There are also environmental triggers, such as social events, certain times of the day, specific places like work, all of those things. So how many of us have environmental triggers? Right. So I'm triggered when I go out to eat with my friends. I'm triggered when I'm at work and it's midday and I want to go to the vending machine. Like, what is your environmental trigger? Your environmental. Does anybody have that? Type me in the chat if you have environmental triggers. Environmental triggers. Do we have anyone who have that? Type me in the chat. All right. Next up, we have physical physical triggers. Right? Your cravings happen after meals. Like sometimes, oh my gosh, now this is me. This is me, you guys. Like I will eat something salty and I have to have something sweet. So it's like the salty thing triggers the sweet thing. The physical triggers. If you have a physical trigger, type physical in the chat. Right? So are your cravings happening after meals? Are they happening at certain times of the day? Are they happening when like you're just tired, like you're physically just tired, like at work? Those things cause sugar cravings. So understanding what is causing it can help you to stop it. So listen, if you already know that you are triggered to eat more when you were tired, get your sleep. If you already know that you are already triggered when you were lonely, make sure you're but not lonely. Get some stuff to do. Right? We got to figure out the actual root cause and stop just trying to say I need to break up with sugar, but also identify the why, like we talked about last night. So here are some strategies for crushing your sugar cravings. We're going to talk about how we can crush them. Now, you substitutes. Healthy substitutes. How many of you already have them? When you are struggling with sugar and you're on your best behavior, what are some of your substitutes? right? Because you can replace sugary snacks with nutrient dense foods. They could be, they could have natural fruit, but natural sugar, but they are nutrient dense. What are some of your healthy substitutes for sugar? When you are on your best behavior, are you eating fruit? Are you doing a little handful of nuts? Are you having Greek yogurt? Are you juicing? Baby, taking your juice and turning it into a popsicle is the real hack. Dee Dee says she does grapes. Dee Dee, I do grapes too, right? Beverly just says fruit. I usually do grapes. Sometimes I do pears. I love me some peaches, right? Sometimes I will blend a smoothie and turn that into a popsicle, right? So protein, protein powder, popsicle actually tastes very good, to be honest. So you need some health foods. Stay hydrated on this water. You are how many of you know you're lacking on the water? Right? If you need some water help, type water help in the chat. Type water help in the chat. If you need some help with water, because when you are dehydrated, ladies, your body will crave all the wrong things. And you are thinking it's food, but it's really water that you need. You are ending up eating your thirst. Eating your thirst. You need to be able to drink your thirst. Drink water. Water, water, water. Dehydration is mistaken for hunger all the time. So a lot of us are fat because we refuse to drink. A lot of us are overweight because our cravings are driving us to eat, but they should be driving us to drink water. Water, that is. Some of us are feeling this way because we refuse to grab or reach for water before a snack. Can we do that? When we get that emotion to reach for something we shouldn't have, can we drink more water? Can we do that? I bet you if many of us did just the one part, you would save, 5 pounds a month with that, right? If you would just drink water. So many ladies in our programs have lost weight by simply increasing their water. You do not realize the impact of water on your body, right? We have a whole challenge about drinking more water to lose weight. And drinking water, just in short, will help you to shrink your fat cells. It'll help you to get the poop out your gut. It'll help all that stuff move out. Your body systems require water. If you don't have that water, you can't remove toxins. You can't poop as properly, right? You're constipated. You're bloated. You need to drink water. Stop sleeping on water. It's so important. It's so important. Water is your friend, sis. And if you're sleeping on it, continue to have sugar cravings. You're going to continue to have hunger pains because you're not drinking water and your body's not going to let up. Designed your body as a temple that requires water. Sorry, it is. Distract and delay. Cravings typically last 10 to 20 minutes. Now, if you yourself for 10 to 20 minutes, like going on a walk, calling a friend, delay yourself. This is a tactic that you can use to break up with sugar. Just to deprive yourself of it. Don't just go with just because you feel it don't mean you need to act on it, right? How many of us can do that? How many of us can say, all right, next time I have a craving, I'm going to try and distract myself. I'm going to try and delay it for 10 minutes and see if that helps. It definitely does. If you delay, drink water, oh, baby, it changes the world. But how many of us can do that? Type me in the chat if you feel like that's something you can do. Type I can do that in the chat or me in the chat. I can do that. I can do that because you can. That is this. Simple Craving Buster recipes. I'm going to give you some recipes on the free challenge. We're about to start up with our VIP challenge here on Zoom in just a minute. But before we go here on this free call, I want to offer our free ladies some recipes. Is that all right with you? Type recipes in the chat if that's all right if I share a couple recipes that can help you before we go tonight. Before we go tonight, is that all right? Chat? Simple recipes. Chia seed pudding. I know that you guys may like chia seed. Girl, we got some chia seed recipes that will really get you going. Chia seed pudding is one of them. All you need to do is add a little liquid. It could be coconut milk. It could be water, vanilla. We saute our fruit up here to release the yumminess, right? So we saute apples, put a little cinnamon on it, and then add it to the chia seed. It is so good. All you need is just Some ideas for some great food. Also, apple slices with almond butter does it. Apple, your apple slices, you can bake them. How many of you bake your apple slices? Type bake in the chat. You put your apple slices on a pan and then you sprinkle them with cinnamon and nutmeg. You throw them things in the oven for maybe 20, 30 minutes. It is the best snack with drizzled almond butter on top. Come on now. So good. Have you baked them? You need to bake them. Hey, let me know in the chat if you're going to try it, if you're going to try baking. Greek yogurt is so good. It's high in protein, it's low in sugar. And again, we saw fruit and we put it on top to make the fruit even sweeter. So that is what we're doing. And it's delicious, right? It is absolutely delicious. So your cravings challenge, sisters, I want you to swap out a sugary snack for a healthy snack. I want you to do it. And then I want you guys to be, how can I stop and pause before I just act on eating? A lot of times these cravings will make you think you have to go fast. I need it right now. Girl, no, you need to be able to still yourself. You need to calm yourself. And I know you're like, oh, but I can't do that. But I'm not asking you to do it by your power. I'm asking you to do it by his. So ask God for help, right? If you're not able to do what you need to, ask God for his strength, because that is what's needed. You have to have a strong why, though. Strong why to get through this all. Now, to our VIPs, head on over to the Zoom, ladies. We are resuming our discussion there, where we will be going over 2 different specifics that we're going to be covering and eating together on this next week. We're going to cook together this weekend, and we're going to be eating to the plan next week. So next week, all together, we're eating healthy. We're going to be losing weight. We're going to be checking in. We're going to be drinking our water, and we're going to be honest about how we feel with each other so that we can help. So if you're having sugar cravings, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling like, oh my God, I can't do this, you will have your sister crew here with you. So for the VIPs, join me in the Zoom. But before you do, please like this video. Let me know if this class was helpful for you tonight. Did you guys learn something tonight? Let me know in the chat. I look for your comments to validate that what we are presenting helps. Did this class help tonight? Did you tonight? So if you are ready to break out with sugar, this today day to join us in the VIP, to join us to get the meal plans, to join us to get the extra accountability. Join us to do it. It's the last day to do it. So make sure VIP if that's your intention. You head on over to fffsugardetox.com/VIP40. It's not too late to win the free prizes and get your meal plans, girl. So come on in. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about beating your sugar belly. How many sugar belly? Type belly in the chat. If you have a sugar belly, we're going to teach you how to beat your sugar belly right now, and how to reduce the bloating, how to reduce the belly fat. That's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. All right. How many of you are showing up tomorrow? Type day 3 in the chat if you're going to be joining us tomorrow as well, because I'm going to be looking for you, my good sisters, on the YouTube. Are you joining us here for day 3? Let me know. Leticia, let me know. Francine, Cynthia, Beverly, Jennifer. All right. I see some day 3s. We're going to be talking about beating your sugar belly. Okay. All right, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm headed over to Zoom because my Zoom ladies are ready to talk about meal plans. I'll be there in just a second. Thank you to tonight. Please like this video. Please leave a comment and let me know if you loved or liked or hated tonight's training. I want to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining, ladies. I'll see you again tomorrow where we are breaking up the sugar bellies. Good night, y'all.